What's going on, guys? I'm back with another video. In this video, I'm going to be playing Mountfall Descent. It is kind of like a RPG game, not really. Similar to Deep Woken, similar to Rogue Lineage. Mainly Deep Woken because there is no classes. You just go whatever weapon you want to go. There are some requirements, so there are some you could either buy it or talk to a trainer for that weapon and get the weapon skills, etc. And it's also inspired by, if I'm not mistaken, like Dark Souls. Um, there is a posture bar, there is parrying, there's crits, and there's a bunch of others cool features in my personal opinion that are really unique. So I'm gonna be going over if this game is good and let's talk about it. So, before I get onto the video, I want to kind of like address something real quick. I haven't been really posting that much, and I do apologize for that. I haven't been in the right headspace to be making videos right now, and uh, so it'll take some time for me to actually like post and stuff. I'm just really just waiting for the motivation to do it, but I'm doing better now, so expect some more videos. If you want more Yap content, so I'll be just talking. I just hit the mic. I'll just be talking with no scripts. Let me know. But if you guys prefer, like, for me to read off a script, also let me know. And yeah. So Mount Fall Descent. If I do recall correctly, there was another game, called Mountfall, under a different owner, and it was more outdated. And so this is like the newer version. Um, some of the things changed, like enemies, maps, mods, but they're pretty much the same, I would say. Um, let's talk. Okay, I kind of want to avoid that guy right now because I don't want to fight him just yet. But let's go over the game. The game, it's pretty flat. I say this in a good and a bad way. I'm gonna just talk about the cons. So cons, it's easy to progress. For the most part, it's pretty easy. Um, you don't wipe. So when you enter the game, you will be on a default setting. So you'll be on normal mode or like whatever. So in normal mode, you cannot wipe. If you go into the abyss, which is the quote unquote depths of the game, you can ring this bell where you could turn your character into a hardcore character. What this means is you'll get access to limited hardcore items that normal players will not get if they're not on hardcore mode. You could only wipe in the depths, and you cannot wipe um in the overworld. I do want to mention, however, it's really easy to die. Like I've been I don't know if it's just me, probably just a skill issue. But it is easy to die if you're not careful. There's also fall damage, so you also want to watch out for that. Um, yeah, but it's pretty good. It's kind of like hardcore and like casual at the same time, not really. Um, it doesn't punish us for going hardcore, and the rewards are okay, I would say. They're okay. Now let's get on to the progression. So, like as I mentioned before, the progression is pretty easy. All you have to do is mainly some people might not like this, but usually to know what build you want to go, you have to search up the Trello because as a new player, you have no clue what's going on, um, and etc. So I would highly recommend if you're new, just check out Trello, look at what weapons might interest you, and just go for the weapon. Um, Most of the weapons you could either buy them or you have to kill like a boss. Most of them are pretty easy to obtain. They're not that hard. You could do it with friends. I would say if you want to get like your max build, it'd probably take like 2 to 3 hours. At least for me, it takes like an hour or two. Um, so you'll have currency and an insight. I kind of forgot what insight's used for, but for currency, obviously you want to buy gear, armor, weapons, etc. As for the combat, it is parry based, and so I'm on a summoning build. So if I crit, I'll summon these two guys. If I use my utility, I summon this golem, and if I use my incantation, I summon these tree guys. So these are the unique features that I mentioned earlier. So utility is really good. Um, it's basically like you could like drink a potion, you can equip a shield, you could do summoning like I just showed you, and for incantations, it's just like magic. Similar to similar to Elden Ring with their incantations, you only have one, and there's not really a class, but you could just make your own class. So I'm a summoner, so like literally all my skills and all my abilities are just completely just for summoning. There's also covenants, um, covenant abilities. I think this covenant is the only covenant that has an ability besides like one where like if you dash, you'll get bigger iframes. But other than that, there's not much to do. Um, I would say this game's unfinished, in my personal opinion, because there are some covenants that aren't finished. There are some races that aren't finished. Um, there's not a lot of end game options. Because right now, and I don't blame the devs for this, but for right now, um, they just reworked the game or made it a little bit better than it was before. I don't think they added a lot of new content because everything is practically the same from what I've seen. I haven't played the old version, but my friends have. So and what they've told me is like everything's pretty much the same as it was before. They just changed them up a little bit, etc. So there's no like new bosses, there's no new maps, and um that is a bummer, I guess. I mean, you could always do PvP, but and you could go gank and you could join like a clan or something and you could just gank other people. Yeah, sure, but that's not gonna last very long in my personal opinion. Um, I can show you guys a combat real quick. I mean, it's for this build, it's just summoning. I just let my guys do their thing, but actually, I'm not gonna do that. I'll make another video on my summoning build and how to go summoning or necromancer or whatever you want to say. But back to what I was saying. I would give this game maybe like a 6 or a 7. Mainly like it has good foundation, but like there's nothing new, and the game there's no end game, and I can't really blame the game for it. But it is what it is to me, and I especially for other people, right? Once you get your build, there's nothing else to do besides fight or make another build. Okay, so oh, I hate these guys. But anyways, I'll probably do like a whole guide on like my summoning build and the game. But this is just a yap session of me like reviewing the game if you should play it. Um, but I would say give it a try. If you're like if you're looking for something new, this is a perfect game for you. Like this is a perfect game. If you're looking for something new and you're kind of bored and Roblox is kind of dry, I would highly recommend playing this game. Um, for me and my type of playstyle, when I got my max, I started exploring the map. The map is huge. I mean, kind of, but like exploring the unknown is very like it feels nice, and it's a great feeling to have. So what I was doing was like I would just check for like zones I haven't been there before, and it's pretty fun. Honestly, it's actually pretty fun. So My personal recommendation for the devs, if they are watching this, for me personally, is that um make add new areas and add like hidden bosses or like random bosses. Like add a boss in like the desert because there's no boss in the desert. I mean, there's a boss in the what's it called, abyss and the tundra. There's no boss in the overgrown valley or or whatever it's called. But like add more areas so the players can explore. Um, I don't, however, like the fact that people have to look at the Trello to just figure out what they want to go. That's like kind of a problem, but to me, it's not that big of a deal. It's just kind of like, okay, I just have to search up the Trello and I'll figure out what to do from there. But yeah, I'll give this game like a 6 or a 7. I would recommend playing with friends. I played this with my friends and it was pretty fun. Um, Progression is easy. It's for as a casual player. I'm a casual player. Um, it's pretty easy, right? You don't lose anything if you die. I don't think you lose money or insight if you die, but you will lose your items if you do die. But you'll keep your weapon, you keep your utility, you'll keep your incantation if you do die, and your little lamp as well, and your armor that you have equipped. It'll all will save. Also, I forgot to mention, um, I don't want to spoil it, but I don't really care. There is this one NPC named Crow. If you do find him, he's like somewhere in the abyss. I won't say where. You guys can figure out yourself. But you could basically change your name, race reset, race variant reset, or change for free, basically. You just need to get insight. To get insight, I'm pretty sure you just need to open chests and kill mobs. That's pretty much it. And yeah, so um, I'm excited to see what this game has in store for the future. I really hope they put in a lot of heavy consideration of their updates. I hope they manage to release a few good W updates so we can play more and there's more things to do end game wise because that's what I think they should focus on. I don't know what's going on right now. I'm not really into the Discord or like I'm not watching that kind of stuff too often, but my recommendation, focus on endgame. We need endgame content. Add new zone that will be exciting to explore, and for the first time, etc. Because a lot of people just have builds and they're just like wa like walking around, probably just killing bosses or just randomly ganking people, and there's really nothing much to do. So I hope they add some sort of like end game content, maybe like maybe like the Diluvian mechanism from the Evoken. That's pretty cool, I guess. Or like a dungeon where like you have to kill mobs and then kill a boss. Like dungeons are cool. I love dungeons. There are kind of semi dungeons. There's like this like flame guy, the flame like torch guy. I would consider that as a dungeon, but not necessarily. And like there's this like tundra boss, which is not really a dungeon. It's more like an arena to fight the boss. But either way, um, I have a lot of ideas for the devs, and I feel like I don't want to take up the time. So yeah, if you guys prefer this Yap content instead of like me just reading off a script, let me know. If you guys prefer the other way around, me reading off a script and not yapping, also let me know. And yeah, I'll be sure to post more videos soon, especially on this game, since I am playing it recently, and it's the games right now are kind of mid, my personal opinion, but we'll see. Make sure to like and subscribe, and yeah, peace.